If you're interested in FIFA Mobile, I currently have a second channel where we run a FIFA Mobile Road to Glory, link down below. And if you need any coins for Ultimate Team to get a head start on the game, head to the link in the description. Use the code TVM for a discount at checkout. What is going on, guys? TVM here. Welcome back to a brand new video, and today I have a very meta squad builder. Most of these players are quite obvious, to be fair, but definitely worth a mention and a way to link them together. I will probably go through some tactics as well. There'll be some gameplay thrown in randomly, and here we go. So Neto in goal, quite literally there for links, no other reason. Doesn't matter what goalkeeper you go for. Like people say that Nick Pope is overpowered, and he may very well be, but I've played with him a few times and I've not noticed that he's any better than any other goalkeeper that I've used. Goalkeepers will make some good saves, they'll make some bad choices and decisions, and they will concede goals that they shouldn't, but it is what it is. Let's go with Neto. Next to him, or rather at right back, we have Kappa. The reason I've gone with Kappa is because I'm trying to keep this down. Now, it's a meta squad builder. There are very overpowered players in here for their rating. They are relatively cheap for the most part. I think there's only one player in the entire team that costs more than 30k. Everyone else is well lower than that. Kappa, for example, is what, 800-900 coins. Very good physical, good pace. I've recently reviewed that Hector Bellerin card, the one that's in objectives, and he's very good, but he lacks strength. Strength for fullbacks is very important, and Kappa has that in abundance. Moving on to, of course, it's a classic, and most of these players you'll think, well, yeah, that's a bit obvious, but that's the whole point. That's what I'm going for. Eder Militao is the first centre-back. High defensive work rate, literally about 2,000 coins these days. Last year, of course, he held a price tag long into the game cycle. He hasn't this year. Moving into Diego Carlos, again, another obvious choice. He's about 6k, I think. Not an expensive player, considering he's 83 rated as well. Both of these cards have high defensive work rates, medium attacking. One is 2-star, 2-star, which is a shame, but Diego Carlos has a 4-star weak foot, which is decent. Of course, he's got good defensive stats as well. He's got good natural pace. Put a shadow on both of those, and you've got a very, very workable centre-back pairing. If the sun shines on my face, I do apologise. I think it's pretty obvious what we're going to do here, but we've gone for Haps at left-back. Now, not the best of decisions to put Haps there, because there are better left-backs in the game. There are better choices in this game. The unfortunate thing is, of course, we need chemistry to our centre-mid, and there's no way of avoiding it other than putting someone like Haps in there. The fortunate thing about this is he is better in-game than he is on paper, which is a good thing, because on paper he has the pace and he has the building blocks in certain areas, but he does lack strength. He's got the same strength as Hector Bellerin, actually. Not the best of fullbacks, but again, a necessary evil, you might say. Moving on to Valverde in the middle. This is, or once was, a very expensive card. He's not anymore. He is around 10-15k, there or thereabouts. Of course, you don't have to go for the Champions League version. It makes no difference whatsoever. High work rate. He's going to perform a very good job there in the midfield. I would recommend playing a 4-2-3-1. Am I an expert? Absolutely not. Let's move on to De Jong. Again, a player that once was very expensive is now not expensive at all. He might be the most expensive player in the team, to be fair. And, you know, it's not a starter team by any stretch of the imagination, but it is definitely one that you can spend a minimal amount of money on and get I would say, a good team together. I'm not going to say that you're going to pick this up and go 30-0 or anything, but it is going to give you the best chance you probably can have for the amount of money that we're spending. Moving on to, of course, a player that was always going to be there, Quincy Promised. Look at the sun on my face, it's so irritating. Quincy Promised is a player that was obviously going to be there because of the fullback. The fullback gives him the chemistry that he needs. Were it not for Promised, obviously we'd have a different fullback in there, but 5-star skills. He is quite literally the best coin for value player that you can get. I mean, he is so good in game, considering he is like 1,000 coins or something stupid. Moving on to Carrasco, he will be playing out of position. Can you get better players than this in the game? Absolutely. Can you get better players in the game in this position, which is a right wing? Yeah, you probably can, but Carrasco has the 4-star, 4-star. High-low work rates, invaluable. They really are, and he has very, very good stats. Moving on to the left side, and we have Say Maximin. This guy is a bit of a no-brainer, really. 5-star skills, 4-star weak foot, high-low work rates once more. Your attackers are going to be deadly. Carrasco, high-low work rates. Say Maximin, high-low work rates. Just, you need those in the team. You know, you need those players willing to break back lines with pace. And the more 5-star skillers you can get in there, and the quicker you can learn the likes of the Elastico, the better, honestly. And finally, I mean, it's pretty obvious who we're going to go for. It is going to be Dembele. 5-star, 5-star, high medium work rates, left-footed, but it doesn't matter because he's got a 5-star weak foot. And those stats, I mean, to be fair, they are good, but they're not insane. However, in game, different story. This guy is absolutely unreal and is used by top players, even though they have the option of nearly any card in the game. And they still choose Dembele, people. So there has to be a reason why this guy is as good as I'm saying he is. And that is the team. Now, it's... I mean, I think it's quite evenly distributed, right? So you've got some physical players at the back. The two centre backs are very physical. The full-back is very physical. Haps isn't, but that's okay. We can get by with that. We've got the 5-star skillers in Dembele, Say Maximin, and Promised. We have Carrasco, who doesn't have the 5-star skills, but has 4-star, and is very good on the ball, good with both feet. Then we have our defence-minded players here in De Jong and Valverde. I can't do custom... That's really annoying. I can't do custom tactics because I don't own the players. So, yeah, that's really irritating. So I'll have to tell you what I would do. So stupid that you can't just do that. Basically, 4-2-3-1. I would use Valverde as the more holding player. Although I would probably set both of them to stay back while attacking, cut passing lanes. Cover centre as well, actually. Cut passing lanes is as an optional extra. You don't have to do that if you don't want to, but I do. But you know, like I said, it is what it is. You do what you want. But I would definitely do cover centre and stay back while attacking on both of them. Then I would put... who would I have as the striker? Maybe Carrasco, actually. Carrasco's got a better shooting. So what I would do is I would play Dembele on the left. And I would play Say Maximin on the right. So right attacking mid for Say Maximin. Left attacking mid for Dembele. Carrasco as the striker. And then I would put Quincy Promised as the cam. So that you've got 3 5-star skillers based around that main striker. The striker, I mean, it's not ideal. You'd want someone like a Memphis Depay in here. But he has the better shooting of the lot. He's got the 4-star skills, so you can use the 5-star skillers around him. And he has pace in abundance. To be fair, the front 4 have pace in abundance, right? I would probably be putting Hunter Chem styles on every single one of them, but that's entirely up to you. Maybe a Catalyst on Promised, because if you're going to play him as a cam. That is very, very meta. It just suits the way this game plays more than nearly any other team you can build, especially for that price point. The bench, I mean, the bench, again, these are the type of players that you, I wouldn't say need on your bench, but you can have on your bench. And, of course, there are some of them that you can play in this team. So, let's go over to those first. We'll look at Marcus Llorente. You can play him instead of Valverde. You can play him instead of De Jong. The only thing with that is if you do play him instead of De Jong, you won't have Promised on full chem. So, just bear that in mind. Or you can play him instead of Valverde if you don't want to spend the coins on Valverde, and you prefer Llorente, because they're going to do the same job. So it's entirely up to you which card you want to use. I just think I just like Valverde, right? So Koundé is another one. Koundé is a player that you can play in here, and he doesn't get full chem because you don't have a Sevilla player. There's no one French. He won't be on full chem. That's up to you. Or you can switch your goalkeeper to be the Sevilla keeper. It really doesn't make a blind bit of difference. It's up to you. If you've got him, if you use him. If you don't, then don't, you know. That's it for the players that you could start. And then, of course, for super subs, I mean, Adama Traore, super cheap, very, very fast. If you're not too bothered about skills, you can bring him on. If you've done the Atal SBC, bringing him on instead of De Jong at some point during the game, or even Valverde, and swap them around, not a bad option as a centre mid. Memphis Depay, 5-star skills, very strong, which is something that doesn't go unnoticed with me because he manages to sort of bundle his way through, and he has better finishing. So if you do have him on the bench, you can bring him on instead of Carrasco. And then, of course, Douglas Costa, very underrated card this year. Don't see many people using him, and the reason for that is because of the finishing. But he has 5-star skills, not the best in terms of a weak foot, but again, if you can get him into a position to put a ball into the box, to do a little cutback or whatever it may be, always look for that second pass inside the penalty area as well. And especially with someone like Douglas Costa, you will have success. And then finally, Lucas Mora, still a very usable card. Very, very fast, very agile, good, I would say good, reasonable in front of goal, but more often than not, really, is used as someone like Douglas Costa to get to the byline, to get the drag back. Although, with the Hunter, does have fairly decent shooting and can score his fair share of goals across the keeper. So, not a bad little team, won't cost you the earth. It's not like the best in terms of chemistry, because we have a few players off here or there, but if you use... so, for example, if you put Maximin as a left wing, he has 7 chem. If you get loyalty on some players, they will obviously have 8 chem and what have you. So, yeah, I like it. I think it's very, very good, very, very cheap. It might be a little bit boring, but if you are looking for something very useful and successful on the pitch, why not indeed? In terms of player instructions, get in the box for the cross for the 3 attacking midfielders, stay back while attacking for the 2 centre mids, stay back while attacking for the fullbacks, comes for crosses for the keeper, and stay forward on the striker. That's all I do. Very simple stuff. Hopefully, you've enjoyed it. If you have done, do me a favour and hit that like button, subscribe to the channel if you're new, and until the next time, goodbye.
Join the Betting Rebellion and find out what your football knowledge is really worth.